Hey there, online students. It's Dr. Buer on Monday, November 29th. I hope you are doing well. It is the 13th week of classes. It's a great time. We're getting some fall weather. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. It's just been a good last few weeks, and now we're getting ready for the last final push of the class. We got 3 weeks until Christmas vacation, so I hope you're ready. Hey, a quick public service announcement. This is the last week you can drop a class and get a W on your transcript. What that means is that the class will show up as on your transcript, but with a W. That means no impact upon your final grade. You have to do that by, I believe, Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I would encourage you to do it by Friday because not too many people are in on the weekend if you have any issues with getting that done. So I would encourage you to get it done by Friday. And the drawback is that you don't get any money back, but you will not have any impact upon your final grade. If this class has not worked out for you, then perhaps that might be a good plan. So I just want to make sure you know this is the last week to do that. If you wait until next week, you're going to have to just take the grade for the work that you have done in the class. Also, another public service announcement. At the end of the semester, oftentimes things come up, maybe a sickness or an emergency that you hadn't foreseen. If you need to request an extension, I would encourage you to go ahead and think about that. Contact me if you have questions, but it's a relatively simple process. What you do is you contact the credits committee to request an extension and explain the reasons why. They then contact me to get my take on the issue, and then they will make a decision. I'm not involved in making the decision, I just make a recommendation. But if you've explained it to me and been in touch and told me what's going on, as a general rule, I'm favorable. So consider that as something to do if you need that for the end of the semester. For example, if you've got a sudden emergency with a family issue or something like that, that's going to make it difficult to complete the work on time. So keep those in mind and let me know if you've got any questions. But of course, the registrar's office is available if you need to ask more pertinent questions about that. Okay, so here's what we've got going on for this week. In NT 5103, we're now working on sentence diagramming and clausal layouts. In essence, what these are visual ways to look at the grammar of a passage, not because there's anything magic in them, but by the very fact of organizing and creating the diagrams and the layouts, you get a better understanding of how the passage is designed to work. And then it gives you a visual artifact that you can use to understand how the passage is structured. So we've got a section where you're going through the theory. I've got a couple of videos. It's really pretty straightforward. And then you've got the actual practice where I ask you to do a couple of diagrams and a couple of layouts. So pretty straightforward, and that'll bring us into the home stretch to finish up the class. In NT 5104, we're in the midst of the modules in which we are dealing with exegesis in other types of genres. We are finishing up the module on exegesis in Gospels and Apocalyptic. That's actually a little bit further on. We're not going to finish it this week, but we'll actually finish it next week. And this is self-paced, so however you need to do this is going to be fun. It's got videos and some interactions, etc. But I do want to remind you that you've got to work on the second exegetical paper. That's coming up very soon. You need to be working on that every day. I'm going to be finished with grading the papers this week, sending those back, giving you comments. Please take note of those. Let me know if you have any questions. But you got to get that going regularly because it's a big project and you need to be working on that consistently every day. And then in NT 5110, we are currently in the last two modules. We're in the module on the new perspective on Paul. This is an unusual module in that we don't have any discussion. We don't have any thing related to the paper. So all you have to do is read and watch the videos on a current issue in Pauline interpretation. But I do want to encourage you to go ahead and look ahead to the final exam overview. What I do on this particular page is explain to you what the final exam is going to look like. I give you some parameters of things that you can use on the exam. So it's going to get you prepared, and then next week we'll talk a little bit more carefully about what the exam is going to look like and when you can take it. But I hope all of you are doing great. I'm praying for you. Like I said, we've got 2 weeks of classes and then 1 week of exams and then Christmas break. So we're in the final stretch, so I encourage you to stay focused, stay in prayer, and work hard, and I'll be praying that everything goes well. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.